photographed by Elisabeth Caren for TheWrap. This story first appeared in the Race Begins issue of TheWrap's Emmy magazine. When Rachel Bloom first came to Hollywood, the town shocked her. She was an improv comic who'd come up through the Upright Citizens Brigade theater in New York City, and even though she said comedy was a white, straight and male culture with a competitive, gorilla-beating-the-chest nature, she'd found creative and accomplished women in that scene. "I had women I could look up to in New York, but Hollywood was so behind," she said. "I remember that when Bridesmaids came out, there were articles saying, 'Will Bridesmaids finally prove that women can be funny?' It was insane. I'd been seeing women be funny for years, but in Hollywood movies, women just hadn't been front and center funny in the way men had." Also read Rachel Bloom on How Most Likely to Murder, Flip seeing women as objects, exclusive video, when she and co-creator and showrunner Aline Brosh McKenna pitched their idea for a musical comedy show about a woman who moves across the country to pursue an ex-boyfriend, they found themselves facing rooms full of men. But crazy ex-girlfriend found a home on the CW, and as Bloom and McKenna prepare for the fourth and final season, they've found a climate in Hollywood that is more receptive to women's voices. "I do think there have been major strides," she said of the movement in the entertainment industry and in society in general. "But it's also definitely pushing a fringe in the other direction. That's why it's important for us to be mindful, so that we can fight the other side, the reactionary wing that says time's up and sexist." Rachel Bloom says yes. Meanwhile, Bloom is coming off a dark season 3 of her show, in which her character, Rebecca Bunch, sets out to get revenge on the longtime crush who left her at the altar. As if that weren't enough, Rebecca faces criminal charges and must own up to her own mental illness. "We knew the season was going to be a downward spiral," she said, "but at some point we knew that we needed to have her come to some kind of realization, which led to the revelation of her mental health problems. This is the season one always wanted to do. As an actor, as opposed to her other jobs as writer, co-creator, songwriter and overseer of the show's musical numbers, Bloom got a particular kick out of the season. I was angry a lot, and that's very soothing to me," she said. "I like having an excuse to be angry. I have a lot of anger inside that I don't show, because I'm obsessed with people liking me. I got to go to really dark places, and also use my own experiences with the low points in my life to inform it. It was really intense and challenging and ultimately enjoyable." Also read Rachel Bloom had a some of this TV season's top showrunners, from Rachel Bloom to Frankie Shaw. Creator and star Frankie Shaw, SMILF, photographed by Elisabeth Caren for TheWrap. Creator and star Rachel Bloom, crazy ex-girlfriend, photographed by Elisabeth Caren for TheWrap. Showrunner Courtney Kemp, Power, photographed by Elisabeth Caren for TheWrap. Showrunner Gloria Calderon, Tell It, One Day at a Time, photographed by Elisabeth Caren for TheWrap. Some of this TV season's top showrunners, from Rachel Bloom to Frankie Shaw.